Canucks skate off the ice for the last time this season.
It's 8:30, game ended about 45 minutes ago. Still here, watching the Boston Bruins bask in their glory. They were the better team over the 7 games. They deserved it. They played us hard here in Rogers Arena. We didn't play them so well at TD Garden. Loved how we booed Bettman. And nice ovations actually to Tim Thomas. And Milan Lucic, the hometown hero. So, tough loss, disappointed, bitter, but overall I think the best team won, sorry to say. Next year. What are you going to do with your beard?
I'm going to grow it until the Canucks win the Cup.
And Mr. Matt devoted 3 weeks of his life to come up here.
Yeah.
How you feeling, brother?
Pretty hurt.
Yeah.
It stings, but I'm trying to soak it up. When we win the Cup, it'll be that much better, you know. The sweet ain't as sweet without the sour.
And welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for June the 19th. The last regularly scheduled CCC for this 2010-2011 season. It's been a few days since the Vancouver Canucks lost 4-0 to the Boston Bruins in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, bringing an end to a most memorable season. Admittedly, I needed a few days to recover, mentally, physically, and emotionally from the loss. And I'm just a fan. I can't imagine what the players have gone through. But unlike last season when the Canucks lost to the Blackhawks, I won't have any footage of me sulking, crying, or pouting. So first off, congratulations to the Boston Bruins and their fans for winning their first Stanley Cup since 1972. For the Canucks, it was admittedly a disappointing and bitter end to an otherwise magnificent season. After 82 regular season games and 24 playoff games, it all came down to 1 game for the Stanley Cup. The fans were nervous, yet confident, as my friend Mike exemplified just minutes before the game. How you feeling?
Great.
No, how you really feeling?
I haven't eaten all day. I feel like I'm going to throw up anyway, but it doesn't matter, because after the game, it's going to be awesome.
The crowd was jacked up with excitement, and rightfully so. We had a chance to win the first Stanley Cup in the 40-year history of the club. As for the game, once Boston took the lead near the end of the first period, it didn't really feel like the Canucks were threatening that much, despite outshooting the Bruins almost 2-1. In the end, Tim Thomas and the Bruins prevailed, much to the chagrin of the home crowd. Mike and I actually stayed at Rogers Arena for a full hour after the game, as you saw from the footage at the start of this CCC. We got to see the Bruins celebrating with their families after the game, and we also avoided going out on the dangerous Vancouver streets. And as much as I'd like to say that this mouth injury was caused by me courageously fighting off the rioters, it's actually from my dentist, who decided to cross-check me in the mouth with dental floss. Thanks a lot, doctor. Now about these riots, as I left the arena, I was amazed at the number of people actually heading towards the dangerous areas, as opposed to away from them. And I remember that evening chastising those who were going to take pictures and video, as I intentionally made a decision not to take any footage, despite having my camera with me. But it turns out that these same people are helping the police capture those who participated. Now I prefer to think of the brave few who tried to stand up to the rioters that night, or the thousands of people who voluntarily cleaned up the downtown streets the next day in an effort to preserve the reputation of our beautiful city. Only time will tell if they succeeded. Now speaking of time, only time will heal the wounds from a season that saw the Canucks just 1 game from winning the Stanley Cup. And there have been so many great memories from this season. The retirement of Marcus Naslin's jersey in December, the numerous Ring of Honor nights throughout the season, clinching the President's Trophy back in March, the Canucks beating the Blackhawks in Game 7 in the most exciting and dramatic game I've ever seen live, and the Canucks defeating the Sharks in Game 5 to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals, thanks to the strangest goal I've ever seen live. Thank you to all of you, the faithful viewers of these video blogs. I appreciate all of the comments, feedback, suggestions, and encouragement that I receive. And even with respect to these CCCs, it's been a great year. We've done CCCs from Toronto and Niagara Falls. We've pulled in special guests, including friends and family. And we've even put together our own Canucks Christmas Carol. In fact, it's fascinating going back to my very first CCC of the season, from September the 27th, when I talk about the high expectations for the club, with many experts predicting them to go all the way. Thanks to your loyal support, the CCCs have been featured on Canucks.com, right on the homepage. As well, I had brief appearances in 2 popular Canucks fan music videos, and I started writing for the popular CanucksHockeyBlog.com. Overall, it's been an amazing year, thanks to an amazing team. You can't help but feel enormous pride for the players, especially after journeying with them for this entire season. Don't label this season as a failure. We were 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. Disappointing? Certainly. But a failure? No way. It will just make us hungrier when the regular season starts again, just 4 months from now. God bless, and Go Canucks Go.
I guess.